musicians, and then there's Lindsey Stirling. Her hit song Crystallize has now been viewed more than 134 million times on YouTube. Let's take a listen. Now she is one of the top earning talents on YouTube, raking in an estimated $6 million last year. And her memoir, The Only Pirate at the Party, comes out in January. And she joins us now on Skype from Los Angeles. Lindsey, it's great to see you. Welcome to GMA's 40 for 40.
Oh, well, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Where are you right now? Is this a recording studio?
No, I'm in my, this is my bedroom. I'm here in LA. I'm actually home, so it's nice.
This is awesome. Well, I love your story because, as we've seen with so many reality shows, the people who don't come in first are often the ones who go on to become the very biggest winners, and that is certainly the case with you. And I wonder what it was that kept you going after America's Got Talent.
You know, it really was, there was a big part of me that was so afraid to get on a stage again. I mean, I had the most humiliating experience of my life happen in front of 11 million people on national TV. And it was heartbreaking. It was absolutely devastating because I thought my dreams were gone. But you know, I was listening to this segment before, and you know, the Shark Tank guys were talking about trusting your gut. And that is the most important thing that we have. You know, all the knowledge we have, everything we learn in life all equates to that gut. And there was something inside of me that knew I wasn't ready to give up yet, and that I just knew I could do this. And I'd never felt so motivated. And so I just kind of picked myself up and decided I was going to keep going. And gosh, I'm so glad. I'm really glad I did.
And so are we. And so are you. Have followers all over the world who love your music. Your YouTube videos are getting literally hundreds of millions of views. What do you think is the secret to making those videos go viral?
Well, you know, it's really interesting because when I first started, you know, even before I went on to America's Got Talent, before I started YouTube, I was trying so many different ways to get my music heard. More than anything, I had this idea of, you know, putting the violin with like new age music or electro or dubstep and dancing while playing. And no one got it. No one could understand it. And the record labels I went to and the talent agencies, they all just kind of took one look at it and handed it back and were like, you're too different, is what I kept hearing over and over again. You know, you're just too different. And the thing is that's why people come to my channel. Is it something, you know, that's what they say. Wow, this is so different. I've never seen anything like this before. That's why they come to the show, because where else will you see an electro dancing violinist, you know? And so, I mean, I really think it's a lot of times we're so, you know, and as viewers, my fans, they love to see something unique that gives them the thought that, like, I can be unique. I can do my, you know, weird or interesting or different hobbies, and, you know, maybe someone will like me for who I am. And that's my biggest hope, is that people will realize that, you know, being unique and being different is what makes us beautiful and makes us special. And so that's what I hope people gain from what I do and from my channel.
It's such an awesome message, Lindsey, and I totally take that away from you, and I'm so proud of you for pursuing and continuing to push through. And I'm sure in your business, there's a lot of no's, and you have to just keep reminding yourself that you believe that you're doing great things. And I heard, and I could be wrong, but I heard that you might be able to play for us something tonight. Is that true?
Oh, I was not prepared for this.
Okay,
but,
well.
I can go grab my violin.
No. That's okay. I'm not going to make you do that. I'm sorry. I just misheard. But what people will be able to hear later tonight in 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 43 seconds is One Direction. So a little plug for them, and you'll be able to hear them coming up. Yeah. But I want to get back.
I just have to stick around.
You'll be able to watch it too, Lindsey. But I want to get back to you and your story, because your parents, I read that your parents couldn't afford both dance classes and violin classes. You chose violin classes. And I wonder what your message is to young people who feel like they're playing maybe with one hand tied behind their back. They're trying for something. They see other people. It seems like it's being handed to them on a silver platter. What's your message to them?
Oh gosh. Well, I would say, I think all of us sometimes look at other people and think that it's easier for them. Like, oh, they have it so easy. The pathway's paved for that person. But to be honest, working harder for something makes you appreciate it so much more. Be it the fact that like my mom and dad could only afford half a lesson for me when I was a kid. They couldn't even afford a full lesson. But I knew that if I stopped practicing, I would lose my lessons. And so I practiced, because that half lesson would be gone if I didn't work for it and if I didn't have it. And so in a way, it made me work harder. And also, it allowed me to kind of develop my own unique style of dancing. And, and I just think nobody has the perfect path. No one does. Like, there's always going to be hitches. And I've even been told, in hindsight, no one told me this as a child, but I have hands that weren't meant to play the violin. Like, I have certain double joints in my fingers that, they're like, oh, your hands are actually kind of awkward for a violinist, but you work through it. Everybody can make themselves into what they want to be. And I really believe that. And I always hated it when I saw people put themselves into categories and boxes. And, like, if you're a dancer, you need to be shaped like this. Or if you're a, violinist, you need to play classical. I think we all have it within us to, work past whatever boundaries are put around us and become exactly what we want to be. And sometimes it may seem like the world's against us, but the life is kind and it will give you a chance. It's just, are you strong enough to persevere until your chance, your break, or your lucky moment comes?
Lindsey Stirling, thank you so much for sharing your time with us tonight. We really appreciate it. So proud of you, so happy for you, and great messages and best wishes with everything ahead.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, we love it. Thank you, Lindsey.